Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Desert Sky Adventures. This is your Desert Sky Daily for Thursday, August 10th, 2023. And before we get started here today, I just want to give a shout out to my friends Brandy and Terry up in Phoenix. Their son Michael's in the hospital. And I just want to let you guys know that it's kind of loud over here, but the thoughts and prayers of Jennifer, myself, all of Tombstone, the entire Desert Sky community, with you guys in this very difficult time. If you're a regular here, you might have noticed I missed yesterday's video. I'm sorry about that. I had some things that came up and turned out to be a very busy week. I'm going to be doing some commercial filming on Friday and Saturday. And then to make matters more awesome, the monsoon the other night blew a big branch off of our tree that fell in our backyard. And so I'm probably going to have to devote most of Sunday to getting that taken care of. So the next couple days are probably going to be a little sporadic. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to do any vlogging in those days, but we'll see how it goes. Also, the channel just passed 4,000 subscribers, so thank you very much, everybody, for your support. I really appreciate it. When I first started doing this, I didn't even think I would get to 1,000 subscribers, so to get to 4,000 is pretty amazing. It feels pretty good, and I appreciate you all. And as long as you keep watching, we'll keep making them. So our adventure begins here today in Tombstone on 1st and Fremont Street. And when people think of Fremont Street, they probably think of this, and not so much this. But there is a Fremont Street in Tombstone. It's also connected to Highway 80. So if you come to Tombstone, this is most likely the way that you're going to get here. But I spend most of my time vlogging on Allen Street and not so much on Fremont. So today I thought we'd take a walk down Fremont and see what we can see. I'm inviting you guys to come along with me. Let's go check it out. If you're coming into Tombstone from the north, you're going to pass Boot Hill Cemetery, go around the bend where that white car is back there. And one of the first things you're going to see when you come onto Fremont Street is the Wyatt Earp House. Which is right over here on the corner of 1st and Fremont. This is a property that at one time belonged to Wyatt Earp. It might not be the same exact house, but this was his property at one time. There is a statue of him right next to the house. Across the street, there's an abandoned building, it appears. I think it's abandoned anyway. And next to that is the Friendly Flower Shop, owned by my friend Karen. Let's see if she's there today. So Friendly Flowers here, you can order flowers and plants. I believe they deliver to the close by area. And we'll just take a quick look around the shop here. Souvenirs and things like that. All sorts of different things to look at in this shop. Artwork, jewelry, t-shirts, different types of bags and linens, all sorts of different kinds of dish towels. So as you can see, Friendly Flowers, more than just flowers. Also, fun fact about this building, it was once the home of outlaw, murderer, and certifiable psychopath Pete Spence. This is the only known photo of him taken in 1883 for his mugshot. Looks like a nice guy. I don't know a whole lot about this particular building, but as you can see by the plaque here, this building is on the Register of Historic Places. There are several buildings up and down Fremont here that have that historic designation, but today are either houses or apartments or something like that. But not every historic building in town is accessible. And And this is one of those that is not. I'm not seeing any dates or anything, but you can bet this building was probably built in the 1880s. Somewhere around there. Right across, or almost across from Tombstone City Hall, is Pancho Vega's Cowboy Guns and Leather. I don't believe the store is open anymore. It looks like they are, or at least the building is for sale. But I don't think I've seen these guys open in quite some time. As we walk a little further down Fremont Street, we come to probably one of the more notorious and popular destinations in town, the OK Corral, which probably is the reason why, well, that combined with the introduction of El Dorado in 1929, those two things are probably the reason why Tombstone is a tourist attraction today and hasn't gone the way of Fairbank and Gleason, Charleston, several other towns in this area. Just before you get to Shefflin Hall, there is the main parking lot, at least what I call the main parking lot for Tombstone. This is the one that seems to fill up the fastest, and that's probably because it's right off of Fremont Street, the main route in and out of town. Right across the street is the City Hall, built in 1882. Today, that is the Marshal's office, and in a previous video, we took an entire tour of that building. If you want to see that, go back and check it out. Shefflin Hall back there in the background. We've done plenty of content on that building in the past, many videos about that. And I had a viewer recently ask me to check out the Audie Murphy, not Eddie Murphy, but Audie Murphy Museum, which used to be right there. I believe that family moved away and they took the museum with them. That was a place I never got to see. So unfortunately, we were not able to check out the Audie Murphy Museum. It has moved away. I'm not sure where. Flanking the OK Corral on both sides, you have Fly's Photography Gallery. And over there on the corner, you have the Harwood House. Now, both of these buildings have been reconstructed. These are not original buildings, but I was told that they used the original plans to reconstruct these buildings. But that was C.S. Fly's photo shop right there. And the gunfight happened pretty much closer to Fremont Street than it did to Allen Street. You hear a lot of people talk about the gunfight at the OK Corral. Some people refer to it as the fight on Fremont, or the gunfight on Fremont, but they called it that because it happened closer to Fremont than it did to Allen Street. But today, that's all part of the OK Corral gunfight site, and you can access that from Allen Street if you want to go in there and check out the site and the gunfight show. But the Harwood House, as I understand it, was actually not where it sits now. It was pretty much closer to where the OK Corral sign is now. And C.S. Fly's shop is where it used to be. So you figure that little alley they had the gunfight in was that little space in between the sign and Fly's gallery there on the left. Bella Union building over there across the street used to be a restaurant and a seafood and a prime rib place, breakfast, lunch, dinner. The signage is still there. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. But this is a building that I have never seen any activity at as far as I've lived in, or as long as I've lived in Tombstone. I don't believe it's an abandoned building. I think I heard that the foundation is pretty bad, and that's why there's nothing going on there. But another building I've never been inside here in Tombstone. Right next to Shefflin Hall is the Larian Motel. And this is a place before we moved here that we stayed at quite frequently. Very nice place. Gordon, the owner, is a great guy. It's a place I do recommend if you come to Tombstone. And it's pretty much right across the street from all of the Allen Street and Tombstone attractions. Right back over there. So right next to the Larian, you've got the building that now houses the Tombstone Cooperage, and right next to that is the San Jose House. That was Tombstone's, as you can see on the sign there, Tombstone's first lodging house. And I believe this is the oldest building in Tombstone that still stands. I believe this was built in 1877. And it's still a place that you can stay to this day. But right next to it is the Tombstone Cooperage, owned by my friend Matt. Let's take a look inside. I know he's got some historical pictures in here. He's probably busy working in the back, but they sell a lot of cool stuff in here, including these big barrels. These are like the highest end barrels that you're gonna find. They're all like aged wood and all that good stuff. I don't really know a whole lot about barrels, but they're supposed to be really high end. And he's got some t-shirts in here. Some of these custom soaps made right here in Tombstone. And a number of other items, as you can see. But right over here, you can see the old photos of where we're at right now. Sometime in the early 1880s when that photo was taken. But these are two buildings here that have been around for a long, long time. Probably longer than any other buildings that are still standing. But come in and say hi to Matt. You can get yourself a whole bunch of barrels, stuff made out of barrels. Does all kinds of stuff right here at the Tombstone Cooperage. So we cross 5th Street in Fremont, come to the Tombstone Motel. This is a place I've never stayed before for one reason or another, but it does look pretty nice. Take a look down the little hallway here. It's the off season right now, so it's pretty quiet, but the Tombstone Motel, another place that is very close to all the Tombstone attractions. And right across from there is the Adobe Lodge, which I believe this place was for sale recently. I think it's been purchased and it's about to reopen, if it hasn't already. I think they might have opened for this last event. I think I was told that they're still working a few things out to get the rest of the hotel open, but this will be another location right between Fremont and Allen Street that will be soon available to stay at if you come to Tombstone. Let's keep on going. Crossing Fremont now to another historic building. Home office of the attorney for the Earps in their second trial after the OK Corral gunfight. He also wrote 3/4 of the Arizona State Constitution. And guessing by the stickers on the window, this probably used to be some kind of shop, but today, well, I'm not really sure what this is today. But it is on the National Register of Historic Places, just like many other buildings. I suppose this all could be part of the Tombstone Western Heritage Museum. And I don't really know what the deal is with this museum. As long as I've been here, this is a place that I think I've only seen open twice. And it was both during festival weekends. But I would love to take a look and see what they have in there. It just seems like they're never open. Maybe they moved away and the signs are still here. Not really sure. As we continue now to 6th and Fremont Street, we pass another historic house. This is a private home. But it's really old and really cool looking. But as we pass that house, we come to the old Tombstone High School. Built sometime around 1920, and I say sometime because based on what I read, that opening date is disputed, depending on who you ask. But it is, as far as I'm concerned, the holy grail of Tombstone. I've been really wanting to go inside there. The city says I can't do it because they don't own the building. Somebody recently purchased the building, I should say. And the plans are, as I understand it, to add a third floor and to make it kind of a Old West hotel type of thing. But built sometime in the 1920s, abandoned in 2006, I believe. So we continue our Fremont Street journey. We come to this small structure here. I haven't actually noticed this before, but according to the little sign, historic Tombstone Ice House, late 1880s. Tombstone Original Electric Light and Power Company, 1904. It's another very old historic building here on Fremont Street in Tombstone. Food, beverages, and snacks. Tasty beverage sounds pretty good right now, especially the cold variety. And the next thing we come to, other than the school over there, of course, in the big field, is the Tombstone Antique Mall, which also has a little cafe. It's Jane's Cafe and Sandwich Shop inside. There is a ton of stuff in here. If you're looking for something unique, you might want to come check this place out. Take a quick look around. How you doing? Good, good. They have a ton of stuff in here. I couldn't possibly show it all to you. Coins and stuff. Old toys. Hello.
Hi.
And if you make your way through all this cool stuff, all the way back here to the back, this is where Jane's Cafe and Bakery is. A place that I frequent. Oh, I could smell the cheese bread. Or something like that. Is that cheese bread I'm smelling?
Could be.
It smells pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good, good.
Good
How's
to see
everything
you.
at the sandwich shop going?
It's going great. Yeah,
Fantastic. I thought I would stop in and give a little look at the antique mall and let people know about your shop here, which, as I mentioned, I frequent and really enjoy the sandwiches.
Well, thank you very much.
The baked goods are fantastic. I mean, you can see for yourself. Better get out of here. I'm going to start buying like everything that they've got.
Get the fridge over there.
Yeah.
Middle shelf and everything.
Oh, yeah. Get yourself a slice of cake, huh? Looks pretty good. I might go ahead and grab me a soda here. I appreciate you guys.
You too, bro.
All right, I got my refreshing beverage, and now we can continue on down Fremont Street. A few more other things to look at out that way. Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
All right, we'll continue heading on down towards Fremont Street. We are getting close to the end, though. I can't walk all the way to Bisbee. Continuing on from the Tombstone Antique Mall, the next building on Fremont Street is the Wizard's Workshop. This is a jewelry shop. How you doing?
Well, hello. How are you?
This is Kathy, the owner of the Wizard's Workshop. How's everything going today?
Super.
What's-
Every day here in Tombstone is super.
Fantastic. How's everything going here at the workshop?
Wonderful. I'm working on a beautiful fire agate ring today for a lady in Sapphire,
Nice.
and a pair of earrings for a lady in Sierra Vista.
All right, cool.
Come here.
Can
This
see.
is Zoe. She has to be shown.
Zoe?
Yeah.
Hi, Zoe.
So what we have here, my husband actually did mining and prospecting locally for over 30 years.
Wow.
So much of the minerals you see in the cases, he
Mhm.
has pick and shovel. He cut the gemstones from the rough, and we made jewelry together for over 45 years.
Wow.
Now
That's
I
great.
have 4 Native American smiths that work with me, and I do a lot of custom work
Mm-hmm.
and with all natural gemstones. So come on in and pick a stone. Let me make something for you.
All of the above.
It's fun.
All right. Thank you very much for letting us take a look around.
Oh, you're very welcome.
The Wizard's Workshop. Fine jewelry, custom made, handcrafted, all that good stuff. Right here in Tombstone, Arizona. Most of the materials come from the Bisbee mines, as I understand it. But the shop is not in Bisbee. It is right here in Tombstone, on Fremont Street. Further south on Fremont Street, you come to the Apache Market, which is right across the street from an abandoned gas station. We'll take a look at that in just a second. The Apache Market over here, do not let their small size fool you. They have a lot of stuff in here, and sometimes it might even save you a trip to Sierra Vista. So take a look in here before you head all the way out there. Because they have a lot of stuff in here. I mean, all your convenience store stuff. But we've also got loaves of bread, canned goods, animal food, gallons of milk. Even got frozen meats. I don't know if they're frozen, but you got meats. All kinds of microwave stuff, animal food, cat food, dog food. Oops. Gimbel's going nuts here. Big packs of sodas. Pretty much everything. Mouthwash. They've got fresh produce. We've got an assortment of cheeses and butter. They have quite the assortment of wines in here. And then they got a big beer fridge in the back. Plenty of stuff back here. Much more than you're going to find at the Circle K. Before we wrap up today's video adventure, I think I'm going to cross Fremont one more time. Take a look at this. I'm assuming this is an abandoned house or maybe part of this old gas station. I've been intrigued by this location as long as I've come to Tombstone, because I can't really find anybody who knows a whole lot about this. It clearly used to be a gas station. Sometime long ago. I really don't know if this is a property that somebody owns or if it's just sitting here abandoned. But there were quite a few gas stations in town back in the day, a lot more than there are now. The OK Cafe used to be a gas station at one point in time. But once you hit the abandoned gas station, you're pretty much on your way south down to Bisbee. All right, guys, well, that's where I'm going to wrap it up for today, but I hope you enjoyed coming along with me for the Fremont Street Experience here in Tombstone. And a lot of cool stuff on Fremont Street, so don't forget that if you come into town, check all that stuff out. But that'll be it for today, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Until next time, until the next video, see you down the road.